Hello and welcome back. Today we're making a comforting Mexican beef soup using beef, beans, and hominy. This recipe is called Gallina Pinta and you want to get started by soaking 1.5 cups of pinto beans with some warm water. Now let's bring 8 cups of water to a boil. Once your water comes to a boil, you're going to need 2 big pieces of chamorro. Chamorro is also known as hind shank, and that's what you're going to add into this pot. Continue to boil on a high heat for 10 to 15 minutes, and as soon as you see the impurities rise, you're going to want to remove them. And it's a beautiful day when you really don't have impurities in your beef, and you can jump right in and add your soaked pinto beans. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 Anaheim pepper, 4 garlic cloves, half an onion, 1 small tomato, 3 green onions, 1 Guajillo pepper, and make sure you remove the stem and the seeds, 1 large bay leaf, a small bunch of cilantro. Place your temperature on a medium heat, and you're going to continue to cook for another hour and a half. Make sure to come and stir periodically because you don't want anything to burn. It's been an hour and a half and we're going to check our beans. The reason I say we're going to check our beans is because you never know if you have some old beans in your cabinet or if you have some fresh beans in your cabinet. And that's important because then you can decide how long you have to cook your beans for. So if your beans are old, it means you're going to have to cook them a little bit longer, and you don't know the shelf life of your beans. And I'm not too picky. I just wanted to let you guys know so that way you know how long you're going to cook them. And you can see in the spoon that I have a random mix of beans in my bag. You see some of them where you can still see the pinto, and some of them are fully cooked and soft. So when this happens to you, you want to cook your beans for another 20 minutes to make sure that when we add our hominy, it's nice and soft. And before I place the lid on our pot, I'm going to add 1 more cup of water because I can already see that those beans not only absorbed water from the soaking, they're really needing a lot of water to cook and get tender. And remember, when you're going to add water, if you're cooking soup or something hot like this, you want to make sure that the water you're adding is hot. My beans are nice and tender, and now it's time to add our seasoning. You can use salt, but I like to enhance the flavor by using chicken bouillon. If you like beef bouillon, you can also use that, but I just really do like the combination of beef and chicken bouillon together. And then you're going to add 1 pound of pre-cooked hominy. I've already rinsed it, and then you can just add it into your pot. I know you're hungry right now, but just bear with me. We got 30 more minutes to go. We need to make sure that our hominy is nice and tender and perfect to go into your tummy. Or your barriga. You know who I'm talking to. Presente. And boom, done. You can turn your burner off because our Gallina Pinta is ready. And what I like to do is I like to take the pieces of beef out. That way I can separate it into each serving for my family. And it's just fall apart tender at this point. And with the remaining ingredients in here, I like to make a salsa. So you can add your onion, your garlic, your Guajillo chili, whatever's remaining from your tomato. Everything is so tender in here. Look at how soft your green onion is. Go ahead and toss it in here. But if you have family members that love that green onion, don't blend it because they're going to be like, ¿y la cebolla? You don't want to upset anybody. You want to comfort them. So save a little bit of cebollas for that family member. And to all your beautiful ingredients, you're going to add 2 fresh tomatoes, the juice of 1 lime, a teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of Mexican oregano. And then you just want to blend it until smooth. And boom, done. top your gallina pinta with some chopped onions. You can go with white and a little bit more green and a little bit of chopped cilantro. And if you like spice, I definitely recommend some chiltepines with this particular dish. It has a smoky flavor and it's definitely hotter than a chile de árbol. So be careful if you've never tried it. And if you're brave, you might want to add two. And the salsa I showed you how to make is optional. It's not spicy. It just enhances the flavor. You can just put some right over the top. I'm going to need somebody very special to say And there you have it, a delicious gallina pinta. Super easy to make. It just takes a little bit of time and patience, but this dish brings our family so much comfort, and I hope that with the stormy weather that we have coming up, that you guys are able to keep warm. Buen provecho. As always, Cloud and I are wishing you the best. We absolutely adore you, and on that one, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye! Adios!